Welcome to Good News to Go. I'm Ren.
And I'm Mabel.
And we're bringing you the best and brightest stories from around the world.
This week, wolves are helping bring back trees in Yosemite.
And a groundbreaking invention spares babies' spinal taps.
VR waterfalls and real-life conch shells are helping heal people.
And a brand new type of manta ray is discovered. 5 fast, feel-good stories. So our first story today sounds crazy, but digital waterfalls might actually beat pain meds and as far as treatment goes. So researchers at the University of Exeter ran a study with 29 healthy volunteers, and they simulated nerve pain with a mild electric shock to the forearm, and then they immersed the patients in 360-degree virtual reality scenes of Oregon forests and waterfalls.
And VR reduced pain sensitivity nearly as effectively as painkillers, which is actually crazy. In fact, they say that the relief lasted at least 5 minutes after the 45-minute experience. And this was interesting. The more present people felt in the VR, the stronger the pain relief.
And brain scans actually confirmed it wasn't just the distraction of the scenery. The brain's own pain relief pathways were lit up. So VR actually changes the way the brain processes pain.
So I guess if you can't casually, stroll through a forest, slipping on a headset might be one of the best next things for pain relief.
I always got to come in with the disclaimer, but this was only tested on short-term simulated pain in healthy adults, so it's not like chronic pain patients. But it is a powerful glimpse into how tech and nature could help.
Yellowstone just hit a major ecological win. So for the first time in 80 years, young aspen trees in Yellowstone are growing really tall thanks to wolves.
So basically when wolves disappeared in the 1930s because of extreme hunting, elk populations exploded because their main predator wasn't there. So then the elk decimated all of the greenery. So the aspen saplings basically stalling any forest renewal for decades.
Then in 1995, wolves were reintroduced to the region, so there were fewer elk, and then that gave aspen trees space to flourish.
And the regrowth has been crazy. There are now saplings so thick and tall that they actually make canopies.
And I guess this isn't just about trees. Aspen groves create habitats for woodpeckers, cavity nesting wrens,
yay,
beavers building dams, and even support rich ground level plant life.
Not everywhere is bouncing back to this extent, though. I guess 38% of the stands are still heavily grazed, and bison are starting to nibble on the new saplings as well.
I guess this is just like a textbook case of a trophic cascade with apex predators like wolves restoring balance across the ecosystems. And if you're interested in this story in like wolves and hunting, we dive deeper into it on our Newsgirls YouTube channel, so make sure to check it out.
So picture this. You're on a beach and you're holding a giant conch shell, but instead of calling for Moana, you're actually treating sleep apnea.
So researchers in India studied this ancient yoga practice called shank blowing, which is literally like blowing into a conch shell, and people with sleep apnea started snoring less and sleeping better.
Yeah, they had 34% less daytime sleepiness, more oxygen at night, and fewer choking awake moments, all just from blowing through a seashell.
Well, I guess this will be a devastating breakup for people with their CPAP machines.
Well, this was only tested on 30 people, so don't get rid of them just yet. But a bigger study is coming, and I personally love that you could just blow in a conch shell and then sleep.
Now for a really heartwarming story, a tiny ultrasound probe could spare countless babies' spinal taps when testing for meningitis.
A team from Barcelona created a non-invasive test using the baby's open fontanelle, the soft spot on the top of a baby's head, and it uses high-resolution ultrasound plus AI, it's always AI, to detect meningitis with 94% accuracy.
And the results are really impressive. So 17 out of 18 actual meningitis cases were flagged correctly, and 55 out of 58 healthy controls identified as healthy.
And this compact portable device isn't even just for convenience. It also could slash unnecessary antibiotic use or reduce the risks tied to spinal taps, of course, and bring vital diagnostic access to low resource settings.
And this was funded by the Gates Foundation, which is cool, and it's been tested across hospitals in Spain, Mozambique, Morocco. So this innovation is a powerful leap towards equitable healthcare around the world.
Scientists have just confirmed the 3rd species of manta ray in the world.
So this new giant called the Atlantic manta ranges from the US East Coast all the way down to Brazil through the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, for decades, marine biologists have suspected there's more manta rays out there, but they just hadn't found it until now. And I had no idea. Until now, there are only 2 species of manta ray?
No, I know, especially because this one, I guess, stands out more than others. It has like V-shaped white patches on its shoulders, a lighter face, and darker belly spots that don't connect like in reef mantas.
And what makes it even cooler is that it actually shows evolution in action. So genetic data shows that it's a recent divergent from its cousins. So we're actually witnessing speciation in real time.
Oh, that's really cool. And I guess recognizing these Atlantic mantas means better conservation too. Now we can track its population separately and protect its coastal habitats from fishing gear, pollution, and boat strikes.
And that's a wrap on this week's Good News to Go. I can't wait for them to discover a brand new type of wild cat.
Ooh. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more feel-good stories.
And we'll be back next week with another episode.